to Scandinavian's pair. And wow, what a flop. John will need help. And well, Jack 5-3, 2-heart flop. Yet again, cooling down with just bottom pair.
What's up, poker fans? Welcome back to another Black Cash Poker video, where we bring you the best highlights and moments of the most entertaining poker events. Before getting into it, we would like to ask you guys to hit the like button and subscribe if you enjoy our videos, as your support is allowing us to continue posting videos consistently.
In the first hour or so of this tournament, as the players loosen up, now they're guaranteed 110,000 euros. We left last night. I haven't seen Sam Greenwood win two big pots, including a full double up against Leon. Well, there we go.
Might be a quick one.
One of our short stacks.
All in.
A little speech, might be a short one, and then all in. Now, he will be in good shape here. I think Sergio can really fold for an 8 big blind jam. Well, he does fold. I wouldn't advocate necessarily raising so light when they're taking down a 25k super high roller at PartyPoker Live Millions Germany, which was held in King's Casino Rosvadov in the Czech Republic. It was the first event you played this year. Always a good sign of the year if you win the first event you play. And here we have this time Keith raising it up, Queen Jack suited, and Mateus all in again. This time with Ace King.
5,075,000.
And he does call. Maybe too disappointed to see Ace King. Of course, he has locked up 110,000. This could be a great start for him at this final table if his Ace King were to hold. Well, a Jack 6-3 flop with his top pair, and well, the turn seals it. The second time we've seen Keith make 3 of a kind jacks, and well, a wasteful improvement to a full house, which gives him 10,000 euros change if he wishes to register for the 100k shortly to get underway here at Casino Barcelona.
Alan.
It is now Greenwood's turn to move all his chips into the middle, 2.9 million. And well, Sergio with Ace King will be re-jamming. Sam won't like that action, but at least be happy to see he is in a flip with his pocket deuces. Jean Noel folding Ace Jack.
Ooh, good news.
Even better news for him now, seeing an ace folded.
That's very.
He of course started the final as chip leader or thereabouts. Oh, 9-9-6. One club out there. Sergio can hit an Ace King 6 or running clubs to take this pot away from Sam. And well, a jack, an additional out. We see Jean Noel would have now made the best hand. But nothing he could do there. And the river a queen. So Sam Greenwood doubles up at the expense of Sergio.
Can I have a count?
Well, Sergio moves all in 15 big blinds from the cutoff after Sam raises up Ace Jack of diamonds. He does make the call, and for the second time these two all in. This time, well, last time a flip, but this time Sergio with way the best of it. Ace Queen against the Ace Jack of Sam Greenwood. Sergio, of course, is the player at risk. Well, it is the turn 7 of diamonds, about as good as it gets for Sam. A 5 now will give him a chop. And the river is a king. Too many outs. Sergio then doubles back through the man he just doubled up. Action on Zhao in the small blind with 4-5. He, of course, with a lot of incentive to knock out another short stack of his stack. So he'll make the call. And well, Patrick Antonius with kings in the big blind. Easy jam for him to put Zhao to the test.
Please check your name on the screen and you'll see.
Patrick does move all in, protecting Greenwood. One overcard to Scandinavian's pair. And wow, what a flop. He does flop the nut flush draw to go with his overcard.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Not too bad.
Back in the game. Well, turn A5. No good. He will need an ace or a diamond on this river. And this time he does make his diamond flush. So Sam will a little bit more than triple up in this pot. And it is the ace on the river. Sam Greenwood doubles up again for the third time this final table. Get out of this one, finishing in sixth place, pardon me.
Fighting man.
Queen Jack suited the hand.
Brazilian will pick up 160,000 euros. And it is the Frenchman's turn to move all in this time. 3.7 million the bet.
Alan?
And, well, they're laughing. He said, Kings have been unlucky. Let's see if that run ends here. Or will John double up?
If he had like, you know, if he had like jacks or something, I'd be feeling good, but.
Well, John will need help. And well, Jack 5-3, 2-heart flop. Yet again, Kings are up against an overcard and a flush draw at this final table. And well, look at that. John's just sitting down like he's already won. He's seen enough. Well, turn of 3. Back out of his seat once more. And it is the Queen of Hearts. John Noel doubling up with a flush on the river. Well, action on Sergio. He raises up. 1.2 to play. Ace King.
Yeah, 4 stacks of blue.
12 and a half.
Oh.
12.5 million Sergio's stack. Keith with Ace Jack.
On.
Well, he moves all in. But Sergio, of course, way out in front with the Ace King. And it is a king on the river, confirming Sergio's double up. Well, Greenwood moving all in yet again. Of course, this time deeper. And he has been called by Jean Noel. Flop ace 4-5, Gin for Sam. And an irrelevant 8 of clubs on the river. Jean Noel will leave us in 5th place, as is Marinella. Well, Keith will move his stack in from under the gun. It is Sergio, of course, covering Keith, so Keith will need to survive this all in, and what a great start that is. Deuce on the turn will seal the double up. And yet again, another case of other players wishing for he bust out that tiny stack. Looks like he will play. And imagine just cool, given the value of knocking out the short stack. He doesn't mind this going multi-way, but the other two do get out of the way. And Patrick is in front with ace 5 against the Americans, queen 4 to the flop. Well, but no, it is the 7 of hearts. Slim hope.
Here. Yeah. And if you guys want, they will try.
Well, the final table player's just readjusting at the table, it looks like. He raises it up. Patrick will defend from the big blind with 10-9. And an 8-3 deuce all club flop. Patrick with the 9 of clubs. You can see they're actually a slight favourite in this pot. Well, there's no way he can know. Sam were to bet here, behalf of Patrick to continue. He doesn't, he checks back, and Patrick misses the turn. Sam picks up a gut shot draw to the wheel. Patrick does lead the turn with his 9 high flush draw. Hard for Sam here with no club in his hand and just ace high. He will make the call. And, well, the river, 9. Probably one of the best cards in the deck for Patrick. You never would have felt comfortable with a 9 high flush, but with top pair, he'll be fairly certain he has the best hand on this river. And, well, betting 4.5 million. I feel that would be too much for Sam to call. Canadian maybe flopped a pair or turned one. Sam limping in here with 7-4 clubs from the small blind. Sergio raises it up with his 5-3 of diamonds from the big blind, making it 1.6 to play, putting pressure on the short stacked Greenwood. He will make the call. So a big pot this for Sam. 3-handed play not worked out so well from so far. Well, things are improving here. Sam looks like going for the lead. So it does indeed make the call. Heads up to the turn. These players, well, a bad card for both of them. Sam knows he can't really make a better hand fold. At the same time,
1.3.
he wants to build a pot with such a strong draw, and of course prevent himself getting outdrawn when he is ahead. Not the turn card he was after. And Sergio will of course fold to that turn bet.
Christian.
He and Sergio see a king-9 deuce flop. Patrick now way out in front. Sergio, of course, does have the backdoor nut flush draw. Patrick deciding how much to fire the second barrel. Fortunately for him, Sergio just has ace high. 6.2 million in the pot. And 4 million will secure the pot for Antonius. Nice to see Mike still going along the 2.5K as well. And, well, Patrick will raise his pair of sixes on this board. Sergio with a gut shot and overcard. He does call. And wow, what a turn card for Sergio. He makes his straight, checking it over to Patrick. Worst card in the deck, really, for Patrick. He knows if Sergio bet and called on that flop, that 8's likely to have helped him in some way, be it with making a straight or a pair.
Okay, so dealers in the relay, it's going to be 9 handed, so make sure you have 9 seats at your table.
Perhaps deciding to fire at it once more. Deny equity in case Sergio called with just big cards. Of course, could be lining up third barrel as well if he does think Sergio has improved to a pair. Could try and make him fold it by the river. Well, Sergio does call. Of course, Patrick can hit a 9 to make a straight himself. But a 4 on the river, making this board even more dangerous for Patrick's pair of 6s. And again, he will check back here unless he decides. $9.5 million in the pot. And Patrick does check. Sergio will win with his straight. Oh, looks like a change of chip lead here. Sergio jumping into the lead now.
Straight, right?
Blinds still 300, 600. He limps in from the small. And Sam with 19 big blinds and ace-4. He does check his option with his ace. And the flop. Ace, 6, 7, Patrick, bottom pair. And some backdoor straight chances. Sam with top pair though. And a somewhat disguised ace, as he would have raised a lot of his bigger aces pre-flop. Sam does, of course, call the flop, allowing Patrick to continue in the pot with the worst hand. Turn king changes nothing. It's like action on to Greenwood. And he's going to bet $2.5 billion into this 3.1 million chip pot. Finn now going into the tank. All players on a 30-second shot clock, but they do have time extension chips. Patrick will make this call. He will need an 8 or a 6 on this river. And the river, a queen. He finishes the hand with just bottom player and checks on over to Sam, who has a pot-sized bet back. He's counting out a very large bet. Well, all but 25,000 chips. What to make of that? All but 25,000 of his chips into the middle.
How much is the bet?
Patrick knows Sam wouldn't make this bet size with a king or queen. Patrick there may elect to fold this one. He does have some better hands to call down here with. He does make the call. What a value bet from Sam. Getting a full double up. Well, I say a full double up. He left 25,000 chips behind. Patrick Antonius cooling down with just bottom pair. I think his reaction there saying, and of course, by then we bring you coverage of the main event here at Casino Barcelona. In fact, it will be the main event of the grand final of the Millions Tour, Season 1. Sergio raising up from the small one with Jack 4 suited. Patrick, a short stack in the big blind with 10-7. Patrick will call to see this flop. Sergio with the best hand. Well, what a flopper it is. 7, 6, 5, 2 diamonds. Sergio open, straight draw, a flush draw, and 1 overcard. Patrick with top pair. Is this going to be the end for Antonius? He does have the best hand, but only 38% equity. Sergio has checked to him, surely going for a check raise.
All in.
And well, Patrick does just move it all in. Sergio will, of course, have to call this with such a big draw. He does call. Patrick shows his top pair, but finds out he is not in as good a shape as he might have hoped against the jack high of Sergio. He'll need to dodge a myriad abouts if he doesn't want to become our third place finisher here in this €50,000 super high roller. And well, there is one of the cards. Sergio improves to a straight. Patrick, of course, can redraw, hitting a 9 that is not a diamond to make a higher straight. But it is the king of diamonds on the rivet. Sergio improves to a flush, and it is Patrick Antonius leaving us in third place. Confirmation there. Patrick, third place, winning €400,000. Won't be what he was hoping for when he came out today. Chip leader with 7 left. To the heads-up portion of this 50K super high roller.
Race.
And well, first hand, Sergio raising up the button with 4-5. Sam 7-5 off in the big blind.
Yeah.
And well, action flop to start with. Sergio flopping middle pair and open end to Sam. Middle pair and a gut shot. Both players checking the flop. Turn ace of diamonds. Sam checking once more to the Spaniard. And Sergio checks back yet again and improves to a straight on the river. Sam checks once again, and surely now Sergio. That's 1.2 million. It'll be hard for Sam to fold here. Sergio checking down till now. And of course, Sam does call. Sergio shows him the straight. Sergio now raising up, Queen 10 suited on the button. Sam looking to defend with his Jack 6. 6, 7, 8, 2 clubs to flop. Sergio does have a gut shot draw. Sam. Has made the bet with the worst hand. Sam will take a card off here with his bottom pair. Deuce of spades on the turn. Sam will once again check it over to Sergio. We will know now that he obviously has the worst hand. The river, a king. And it will go check, check. Sergio giving this one up. Sam taking the pot down at showdown with his pair of sixes. It is the two of them who are battling out here, heads up for this title and €1 million. Sergio raises this one up and has flopped top pair on the King Jack 9 flop. Sam with Queen High and a gut shot. Is Sergio, of course, bets this flop. Sam makes the call with Queen High and his straight draw. Well, he turns a pair now. Neither player will be wild about that card. And that is exactly how it does go. River brings backdoor diamonds into play. $1.5 million bet from Sam with second pair. Sam, Queen 4 in the big blind. 1 million more to call. Our blind's still 350, 700. He called just before timing out. Players still on the 30-second shot clock, and they do have time extension chips. Sam checks his gut shot and Queen High over to Sergio, who'll bet his gut shot and 6 high. Players needing each other's card for a straight. Sam will call. Turn the 9 of hearts, no help to either player. Sam still with the best hand. And work out if he should continue this bluff. And he does. It's like 4.8 million. And he has raised after Sam's limp. Hard to see Sam folding a hand as nice as 10-9 suited, especially with the button. And he does call, so these guys will see a flop with 6 million chips in the pot. And ace, king, queen. Sam with a gut shot, Sergio, 2 undercards, no draw. He will continue for 2 million. Sam does a backdoor flush draw with his gut shot. Expect him to call here. And he does. And wow, what a turn card it is for Sam. He turns the nuts. Sergio can only chop this pot. And Sam does check it back. Gonna give Sergio a chance to bluff at this once more. And an ace on the river. 10 million chips in the pot. Sergio does perhaps wisely. Sam bets 6 million. Sergio wastes no time and letting go of his 9 high. Sergio raising this one up on the button, ace 6 of spades. Sam defending from the big blind with his 7-6. Both players flop middle pair here. Sergio way out in front with his ace kicker. Of course, Sam, no option but the flat call here with middle pair. King on the turn brings a second diamond. Sergio spot here. He knows he can bet and get called by worse hands yet again. And he draws out there. And of course, he'd hope his opponent has a hand exactly like he does. Worse 6. He does bet 3 million. Sam, like facing a bet on the flop, won't be as happy on the turn. But again, with a hand as strong as a pair of 6s here, no real option but to call. So the pot will swell to 12 million chips. The river, the deuce. It does go check, check. Sergio will be very happy to see the 6-7 as he pulls in this 12 million chip pot. Sergio limping the button this time with ace-7. Sam checks his jack-7. Sergio perhaps wary of Sam's propensity to 3-bet jam. And while this flop spells danger for the Spaniard, he flops second pair top kicker, but it's Sam with top 2 pair who has way the best of this one. Situation where Sergio will surely lose some chips. He bets 1 million. Sam could spring a trap here, or he could just call. I would imagine with his stack size, he may elect to raise to start building a pot so he can jam by the river. And he does make it 3.4 to play. Sergio now in a tough spot with second pair. Sergio does call. So for the first time a big pot brewing in Sam's favour. 3 on the turn changes nothing. 8.4 million in there. Sam deciding how much to bet so he can shove the river and get called as wide as possible. $5 million is his bet. That's Sergio, having none of it, quickly lays down the worst hand. First time Sam had taken that line, Sergio giving him maximum credit. Davide Katai overturned a massive chip deficit heads up to take down that 25k title. Sergio raising up 9-5 here. Sam defends with his king 3. Queen 10, 6 to flop. Checking through, Sergio turns a pair on the turn, but Sam improves to top pair by the river.
Dealers in stakes, that's right.
It is Sam who will lead out for a bet on this river.
1400 plus ante, that's 700, 1400 with a 1400 plus ante. Thank you.
Sergio, decision here with just bottom pair. Well, for the first time in this heads-up match, he will use one of his time chips over this one. Well, Sergio made a valiant effort to bluff here, raising it up, but Sam going nowhere with his top pair. He does check it. You will see a Jack 9-7 flop action perhaps. Sam with an open ender, Sergio with a gut shot draw. Sergio will bet when check two. Sam will of course continue with an open ender and an overcard. Six of diamonds, no good for either player. Well, Sergio betting big on the turn. 4 million. Full pot bet. Makes Sam give up the best hand and best draw. Sergio again applying the pressure. Action on Sam. He raises it up 2 million from the button with 8-3 of hearts. Sergio, of course, defend his 10-9 from the big blind. 8-3-6 flop, huge flop for Sam. 8s and 3s, but Sergio with 2 overs and a gut shot. Fireworks are likely to ensue here. Sergio perhaps considering a lead out. Well, perhaps action is actually on Sam. Sergio must have checked instantly. 2.5 million the bet.
25.
Sergio, of course, will call with his gut shot and overs. Well, the turn A10. Sergio now makes top pair. Sam still has 2 pair. Sergio destined to lose a lot of money in this pot. Of course, he can win with a 10, 9, 6 or 7. So Sam has far from got this one locked up. 9 million chips in the pot. Surely will bet again with 2 pair.
Six five.
6.5 million chips the bet. Action on Sergio. First time we've seen Sam take this line pretty much in this match. With a hand as good as top pair and a gut shot. Surely won't be going anywhere. He does in fact make the call. And we had the biggest pot of our heads-up battle so far. 22 million in the middle. Sam with 18.1 behind. Sergio just 17 million behind. The all-important river. King completes the backdoor flush draw. Not a card either player will be happy to see. Sam deciding how much value he can extract from his opponent.
All in.
He goes for the maximum. All in. Enough to get Sergio out of his seat. And Sergio does make a good fold. But for the first time, Sam with over 2-1 chip lead now. It's down to just 16 big blinds now. He does indeed call. Much to Sam's dismay, he would have been hoping for a jam there. Well, Queen 10-8 flop. Sam flops second pair, Sergio with top pair. Both players will check a 3-club board and a king on the turn. Likely to further stall action here. Sergio checking his pair once more. And a 6 on the river. $4 million in the pot. You see Sergio has the best hand. He bets 2.5 million. Sam will quickly call with his 10 and receive the bad news. Remember, of course, Sam was down to just one big blind earlier on this final table. Quite the feat to get just to second place and guarantee himself 600,000. Is currently in the driving seat, looking for the €1 million first prize and the title. Well, could see some action here. Sam limps in with Queen Deuce, flops bottom pair, but it's Sergio with Jack 4 of diamonds. A combo draw once again. Same hand he knocked Patrick Antonius out with earlier today in third place. And he does go check, check. Well, Sergio will have to bet Jack high on this turn. 2.4 million in there. And he bets 2 million. Sam, though, we can assume won't be going anywhere with a pair. And he does indeed make the call. So yet again, pot swelling, 6.4 million in the middle. And the river an 8. And as that river falls down, I can say I'm joined once again by Mr. Simon Trumper.
Hi, James. Sorry, couldn't get in there earlier. Been very busy out on the floor.
Well, you've joined us in a spot where Sergio may feel he has to continue this bluff. And he has been the more aggressive of these two players heads up. And he does indeed bet 4.5 million in the river. A tough spot for Sam. Just a pair of deuces.
Oh, this would be a good call, wouldn't it?
He does make the call. Sergio will show the bluff. Sam picking up a big pot and further sending Sergio down in chips. Just 13 big blinds left, Simon. 31 left in that with 250,000 up top for a 1K buy-in. Plenty of ways to make a lot of money here in Barcelona. This seems to be the best one though. The winner here walking away with $1 million. And well, it is Sergio who's flopped the best of it here. 9 deuce deuce. He does have top pair. Sam, hard to continue with Jack high, surely. He's certainly thinking. Still has 3 time chips, but I think Sergio, for the first time I've seen the stream, is the only person to run out of time chips. Well, he is reaching for chips. And can't see this ending too well for him. Sergio does have a 9. Check raising to 3 million. Sergio does make the call, heads up to the turn.
That's a funny raise, isn't it? With a paired board. Kind of, it doesn't really make sense because if he had a 2,
well, yeah,
he's not likely to check raise, just check call.
He's just trying to, I think, make Sergio fold.
Well, he's now picked up a flush draw, so
high card hands, but yep, as you say, Sam picks up the flush draw. Simon, I think he has to continue the bluff here then.
Leave your 1,000 in front of you, and we'll be coming round to pick up that and exchange.
Pot's 8.4 million.
Anybody wishing to have a
He is going to bet again.
1,000 euros in front of you at the table.
So now Sergio may be worrying a bit. He's not going to be thinking about a 2, but he may be thinking that his kicker's no good.
Put your chips into play.
Yeah, there aren't many bluffs that continue after they've been called in this flop, are there, Simon? It's not.
No.
Yeah, most people give up. Of course, we can see Sam has picked up a draw, hence he's continuing.
Of course, these players, you know, we had 71 uniques in the 25K, ended up with 88. We had 73 in the next one, ended up with 90 entries. We had 45 in this 50K, ended up with 57 entries. So these players, you know, play a lot against each other all the time at these levels. Because of that, Sergio obviously makes the call.
And well, a river card that will ease all Sergio's fears. He improves to full house.
He's likely to have a 9 or a pair in his hand. Small pair, maybe 4s, 5s.
Well, Sam has given up, and now we're up to Sergio. And that's why he does check it back. Great check there.
Case. Yeah, just in case he does have the miracle 2.
Great check back there from Sergio Ido. It may seem strange. Yeah. Sam, of course, came into the final table with one of the shortest stacks, went down to that 1 blind. Now chip leader heads up.
2.4.
He will minimum raise, 2.4 to play. Sergio will, of course, call with his Jack-10. So yet again, these players going to the flop.
Entries and re-entries will still be open for the 12 levels.
And, well, ace 8-4, that flop all Sam.
You can have a reload at the table. Just leave.
Sergio checks it over to the pre-flop raiser.
In front of your chip stack, and we'll be coming round to pick it up and give you your chips.
That'll be the end of this hand. Sergio, having built his stack up a little bit, isn't going to want to get too involved. But
well, he is suspicious.
Has he got a read that we're not aware of?
Well, he may feel Jack high, it's still the best hand. He does have plenty of cards on the turn that would improve his hand, such as that. He does now pick up a double straight draw.
This would be funny, wouldn't it, if Sam hit 2 pair?
King or 9 would do it.
Just about the best card on the turn probably would have been the Queen of Spades for him.
Well, I fear this could be it. I mean, I think if Sam bets this, Sergio may well check jam, or check raise at least. I think this could go all in, Simon.
Really?
Sam betting 5 million. Not many hands he can do that with and then call the shove. That's what Sergio's thinking.
Attention dealers, in the satellite we have the chip raise of the undervalued chips. Once again, chip dealers.
Sergio Ido.
Of course, if Sergio thinks that Sam has got the 8 rather than the ace, then he's got a massive draw, hasn't he?
Well, yeah, exactly. And Sergio does make the call with this double gut shot. king or a 9, and it is a 10.
Now he might think that's good.
He checks it on over to Sam. Sam is still pretty confident his hand is best now. 17 million in the pot. Sergio has 14 behind. And into the tank. Still has time chips available.
Okay, once again, dinner in the satellite.
He does move all in.
Start taking the chip raise. And the first time we come to the table to double check.
It's a tough spot for Sergio here, isn't it? If he thought that hitting a 10 or a jack might be good as well.
But Sam hasn't taken this line. Oh, he has made the call.
Sam is going to win this ace-9. What an incredible run from one big blind when there were 5 players all the way through to this heads-up with Sergio, and somehow he has spun it up to €1 million.
Sergio, I think, a bit shell-shocked.
Yeah, I mean, it's a tough spot for Sergio, isn't it? As I said on the turn, he might think the 10 or jack is also good. Here in Casino Barcelona, taking home a cool €1 million.
And of course, he can take 10% of that, flick it into the 100k. It's going off just next door.